All right. Bismillah. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Peace be upon you all. Welcome to the very, very special 8th episode. 8 is a very important number to me because it is to infinity and qiyam. I have today, as you guys can read in the description, my better half, the most esteemed guest, the first female guest of the YDS, and the best, my better half, Sana Siddiqqui. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. It's an honor to be on my husband's show.
Love the support, love the kindness, and to continue our topic. But first and foremost, I'll let her do the talking because I talk too much.
Well, I'm a little excited and nervous because Yaser does such an awesome job with everything and with all his daily shows. So we decided that we'll just put a feminine touch to it, talk about women issues or family. As you know, that me and Yaser got married in 2018, so we are practically not that old of a couple, and we are a blended family. And I'm sure that it's a very common.
The B word. So, continuing as may I? Is that okay?
Yes.
Every episode, I try to cover 2 topics, finish off concepts or lingering thoughts from the previous episode, and somewhat introduce the next topic. So in our last topic, we talked about life trajectories, like plans, and the Balancing Act. So today we're going to continue that topic about the Balancing Act, and who better than to discuss it with your life partner, someone who probably knows you, will know you better than yourself, maybe. Because I would argue, would you agree with this discussion? Who knows you best? You cannot actively judge yourself because you have your past behind you, you're present in the moment, but you're planning for the future. But if someone was to judge you, it would probably be your mother, your parents, your mother or father, but then also your spouse, because your spouse is someone that you grow old with. That this is a person that, after even people pass away, you might live in your parents' house, especially the youth watching this, you're a guest. Maybe 2 decades, 3, 4, but then you establish your own home. And who are you going to grow old with? Not your parents, although you will see them age, but the person who you wake up next to every morning is your spouse. So all the single people out there who have that big question mark above their head, I know that is a big, you got to find your other half, your soulmate, as our tradition also teaches us. Your, souls might have met on a higher plane of existence before we entered this dunya. And maybe in the future we have another episode coming up. Stay tuned about lucid dreaming and astral projection. We talked to several people, including my brother, about that. But moving into the topic of the Balancing Act. Do I even need to explain that, or do you want to kind of?
You can talk about it.
No, what do you think it means? I mean, I in the description I put a little thing about an analogy of like a circus trapeze, where you're on a tight wire. And the second part of the discussion today is juggling responsibilities. So let's talk about those 2 things, God willing, inshallah.
Well, we're not perfect. And obviously juggling responsibilities is something we're still struggling with. What me and Yaser thought of that we would like to share is that I'm sure that many of us go through the same thing, especially couples. And why we have a different approach and a different perspective might be because we have a blended family.
Walaikum assalam, brother Pervez.
We both have children of our own. I have um, a 7-year-old, and he has a 4-year-old. Um, and
TMI, too much information.
and the only thing is that there are many people who struggle, who are in the same boat as ours. And of course, just bringing a perspective, just telling people who are in the same boat as us that you're not alone. Nobody is perfect, and life is life. It will always throw lemons at you. Managing work, managing family life, dealing with exes, co-parenting, then our own marriage, how it affects us. Um,
To all the people watching anywhere in the West, you know that popular saying, when life throws you lemons, make orange juice.
lame.
Limonada.
Anyway,
Me gusta limonada.
so the point being that, once in a while we should talk about situations and life events that, especially the culture that we belong from, we have many stereotypes, and we are looked down upon, or sometimes we're not. No, most of the times we're not understood. And just because our lives are so different than a family of a mom and a dad and their own children. Uh, our life is we just juggle with everything, and our relationship, our parenting with our children and with our stepchildren, dealing with in-laws, dealing with each other's friends and social life, finding work and life balance. Like I said, co-parenting, and there could be court issues with the exes. Um, then there's our own personal life. Like me and Yaser, uh, we come with our own baggages, each of us, and he has his own struggles. I have my own struggles, and then we have to combine them and work around them, and then establish our marriage, along with children and family. And then what people don't realize is we have so much judgment today. People look at you in a different way. People have so much to talk behind your back when they do not understand the struggles that a couple, especially those who come second time around in marriage, their struggles, their needs, how different it is for them the second or the third time around. Obviously, it is a challenge, and Yasser and I still struggle, and we just wanted to share that how we are normal, and just like many out there, and we also seek help, and we also need guidance, we also need tips, and we have an awesome, mashallah, um, amazing family support, from both sides, my family and his family, and I'm blessed to have such nice in-laws as very good support, alhamdulillah, all thanks to God. And so it's something that is common. And then obviously there's a separate issue that Yasser and I wanted to talk about as well. He wanted me on the show so that we can address some of the women issues. When it comes to relationships, when it comes to parenting, when it comes to mental health, um, all those kind of things. So go ahead.
I was going to say, to the family who supports, we have viewers in India, Pakistan, Australia, Turkey, UK, Canada, you name it. So, Sana, your cousin is saying salam. And props to them. So thank you so much for engaging with us and joining on this show. And actually, as strange as this is, everybody online, we're on multiple platforms. So, sometimes we actually are getting 70, 80, 90 views in other places. So you don't see it. We don't see it live, but we can see it. Those who engage with us, thank you for being brave. And actually, as you can tell, join us on your morning routine. This is a very laid, casual show. In fact, if you're watching this on YouTube, what's the name of the channel? Yaser Chill. I imagine that meme of Hermit the Frog of drink my iced tea.
So we're usually not this chill in the morning. We have our
kids to drop off in the morning. Like, this is our little bit of our time.
Yeah, because kids are in school. But yeah, this is so not the usual chill that we are in. Just to let you know. We are all over the place in the morning. Get your shoes ready. Put on your jacket. Finish your food. Oh my God, it's 7:25. You have to leave the house. Stuff like that. And then, Yasser, what's your plan for today? What's happening? Oh, you didn't tell me. There's this appointment today. Oh, we forgot. Why didn't you tell me? You were supposed to take care of it. Oh no, I thought you were supposed to take care of it. So that's not so chill for us. However, it's again a normal everyday routine for us, which I'm sure we would like to hear from everybody. And the fact that we want people to share their opinions and their experiences in life so we can all connect together and we are there for each other, especially in this pandemic. When you really need somebody to hear you out, when you need somebody who can understand your struggles and just be a listening ear. So, do share your comments, do share your life experiences, and how you want us to talk, and
Correct. And
things like that.
by no means are we experts or therapists or counselors. No. But every single one of you, I make the argument that a good friend is better than a therapist or better than any support because they'll see you through your phases. Reach out to your family, your cousins. They've seen you since you were yay tall. They've seen you for decades, seen you through your phases of life, and they'll give you good advice. In fact, there's a saying, a Muslim saying, and kind of sums up the religion. So now you want to say it? Sahih narration. Ad-dinun nasiha. The religion, deen can also be translated the way of life. The religion is sincere advice. Nasiha. So seek out nasiha, get shura, do mashwara. So these are all words that counsel, not counseling, but get people's opinions who get an expert opinion, get a family opinion, get an elder brother opinion, and then ask for God. Do istikhara. And I think I know people who never do it and only save it for the big decisions in their life, like marriage or school or career choice. And I've also seen people who do it for every little thing. And you know what? What they're doing for every little thing, those praying every night, they're doing an extracurricular prayer. So on top of their 5 daily prayers, they're still waking up at night asking God to help them with their decision. Ask God, this is actually a saying, ask God even if it's for your shoelace. Yeah. Like, the lace on your shoe, the string came out, the shoestring, is out. Why would you ask the creator of the heavens? He's literally, the universe is running on him. But you know what? You could ask him for that too, because he's closer to you than your
jugular vein.
Yes. And actually, that translation of jugular vein might not even be good because it's maybe jugular artery. Meaning, if you were to even get it cut, like literally, there's that one aorta that can go whoosh, launch 50 feet.
And then, whatever decision you come up with, always know it's never going to be a perfect decision. There is never going to be a perfect time. There will always be things happening. It happens to all of us. We trust God. We take a step forward after, and discussing with family members, people we trust. We think as wise, our teachers and family and friends. Of course, we talk to them, and then we do our research. We think about it, and we take our decision. And it might work, it might fail, it might turn out okay. But whatever decision you take, like I said, will never be perfect. The time will never be perfect either whenever you take that decision, but it will definitely be a teaching experience. You can learn from it, and you can find out things that you didn't know existed in you. It could be a journey for you. And here we are too. Our life is also an everyday struggle, an everyday learning experience. But one thing me and Yaser just started to work on is the most important aspect, whether you are in a marriage relationship, whether it's with your own children, whether it's with your in-laws, whether it's your friends, communication. That is the key. You got to communicate. You got to talk and be calm when you're talking. So we need to have active listening and listen, not from your perspective, but when other person is talking, try to understand. that they are saying something. For example, Yasser would come and say that I told you of this thing, just 2 weeks ago, and you don't remember it. I'm like, I don't remember, really. I don't think you told me. But the fact is that we all forget. And we really need active listening to play a part, because it can cause miscommunication, it can cause bad feelings and stuff like that. So it can harm relationships. Whether, like I said, it's a marital relationship, it's with your own children. Don't think just because they're 4 or 8 or 12 or two women that they don't understand. They read your feelings, they read your emotions, they understand it very well, and they act accordingly.
Oh, I was going to say, I want to comment on that. Children are incredibly smart. Incredibly smart. Even a 2-year-old. Terrible twos occur because they have complex emotions and thoughts, but they don't yet have the language or the vocabulary to express it. Also, the maturity level, like my coworker, shout out to Menuhin, North Side, he would say children are manipulative, and from the age of pre-language, they know how to get to complex things. They know how to manipulate. Like, you think you know your children know you.
They know you.
The most, even between spouses, they could be secrets, but between offspring and parenthood, no, your child knows you better than you know yourself. He knows when you lie. He knows because he sees you. The first person they probably have seen being deceitful is you, and the other way
How about
around.
we think like this? We were children too.
Oh yeah.
How did we feel as children when our parents argued? How did we look at life? How did we behave as teenagers? We were all there at some point. So I always think, when it comes to my son, what was I doing in his age? And what did I expect of my parents? Not that we should be lenient, but like I said, we feel that our children feel, and I'm sure so many of us can relate to, that the day you are having a bad day is the day your kids would act up even more. It could get struggling those days, because they read you. They read you. They see what's happening. They watch you. You are like the walk, the talk model for them.
Yes. And I was going to say, in case you're just joining us, because I see the numbers of subscribers, the viewers going from 17 to 23 and things. Welcome to the Peace of Peace in the morning. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. This is episode 8. And if you guys have not yet, hit that like button on Facebook. We have a WhatsApp group. We have several places on WhatsApp too. And if you're watching this on YouTube, whether live or later, let us know if you would like to see us do this more often. And to the person, the commenter coming from Springfield, Brother John, the name is just called YDS because, yes, alhamdulillah, praise the Lord, we have a team. But the only person in life you can really rely on is yourself most of the time. So if you know that saying of anybody who knows who's an entrepreneur or a small business owner, if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. So yeah, it's not conceited. I'm not trying to make the Yaser Dawah channel or chill. It's not about me. And I would like to say, hey, this is a show. I just want to make a Dawah show. I would say the Dean show, but that's already taken. Props to Eddie, downtown Chicago. And
who does a marvelous job.
Oh my gosh, like mashallah, everybody, Dr. Sabil, Eddie, Ali Dawah, these brothers, they're such amazing, amazing da'is. And we're aspiring peace attempters. We're noobs. We are new at, we're gonna get pwned. These are gaming terms. But yeah, so check it out. This channel used to have gaming content on there, right? So there's this and that, and alhamdulillah. We will have a cutoff time at around 23 minutes. So anything else you would like to discuss?
I'm good. I'll be off now, but thank you so much for having me on your show.
I'll be off too. I did want to address something about the juggling responsibilities. Talk about that a little bit. So we have that coming up in our next episode on Friday. Have anything to add to that?
So one thing we just started doing, and it was actually an idea by my mother-in-law. And my mother-in-law is very particular about time. Like if she tells you she's going to be there at 11, she will be there at 11. And she keeps reminding me, like sometimes I tell her that, oh, Yaser came home at this time. She's like, no, no, no. I spoke to him. He actually came at that time. So she's very accurate and mashallah, very organized when it comes to keeping track of time.
We're all very, very grateful. I was trying to not go into personal stuff, and alhamdulillah, I was going to say, we are here because of the support and blessings of all our family. So all of our family watching this, whether you're blood related, first cousin, or even just a friend or whatnot, thank you for your support. Sana and I mean it from the bottom of our hearts, the full-fledged feelings of our hearts.
That was orange juice. Anyway, so she actually she always told us that she's a calendar on her kitchen wall, and she writes down everything, whatever little or big event, a small appointment of a doctor, she would always write it on her calendar. And I learned it from her, and she told me to do it. She's like, Sana, as soon as somebody tells you you're invited at this party or you have to do this, write it on your calendar, put it on your wall. So you are aware of all your commitments. And it's become a routine now. And Yaser and I just started to do it because we were having so many conflicts. Like, you did not tell me, you were supposed to do this. No, I was supposed to do that. And that causes a lot of friction in couples and misunderstandings.
I want to just I have a lot of friends who are still single, in their 20s or even 30s. No problem with that. Even 40s. No one's there to judge. There's no right way to do life. Please don't see the struggle of your friends and be deterred. Conflict is a part of the human existence. Like, there's a reason, like in God's book, the Quran, there is a way to deal with conflict. Two people will not get along. Two families will not get along. Two communities will not get along. Two cities, two nations. So we have to just keep that in mind. Hey, conflict, this is how it is. And actually, anytime someone has issues before marriage is actually not the magical solution, but it is a solution. It can fix things. But we could maybe talk about that some other time. But
but the thing that we were talking about right now is juggling responsibilities. And like you said, it could be single people or the married couples, whatever profession you're in, calendaring works. So it would be better, if you have a Google Calendar, we go the all boring style of a calendar that's been to my kitchen wall too. And we write down things, and every morning, it's a routine. So I'll just quickly ask Yaser, what's your plan for today? What do you have? And there are unexpected events that come up, but we're aware of each other's whereabouts. And this goes whether you have siblings, whether you have parents. You can always keep in touch, and in the morning who you're living with, just ask them about their day, that because that would give them a sense that you're important to them as well.
I don't want
that they are important to you. You need them in their lives. It builds a connection as well. So that's it. And
I want to just share one practical tip with everybody. That's something that works for me. And calendaring, shout out to Mr. Fritz, a very influential teacher I had my senior year of high school, an art teacher, because we would literally on a piece of paper map out the week, the day. And I only took art classes toward the end of my high school, and I wish I took them earlier. And write down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sit down at least once a week and map out your week on a piece of paper. Keep that piece of paper with you. As plans change throughout the week, you can mark it and tweak it. At the end, you can throw it away, but keep it with you. Because yes, we have our phones. We all have those things, but there's something about the human connection of writing with your hand. We've been doing it talked about this in the show earlier, thousands of years, hundreds of years, and we're hardwired. There's a reason humans evolved precision grip.
Oh, pen is the greatest weapon.
Oh, first creation too. Qalam. Maybe we'll talk about that sometime. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for joining us.
We are sorry if we bored you, but please share your feelings. Please talk about it. We'll discuss it in our show. We are all in this together, and we understand. because as much as we want people to understand our lives and our struggles, we are here to understand you guys as well. And whatever is working for us may not work for you, but we would definitely share because it could work for you as well. So there are both things. Share your idea, share your tips and your how you can make your relationship with your spouse, with your children, with your parents, with your in-laws, with your friends. Just share it with us. And we're here for each other.
As long as we have wise people, couldn't have said it better myself. Early bird catches the wisdom. So, like I said, maybe.
So I'm the bird?
Huh?
I'm the bird?
No, I am. You're the wisdom. Not the worm, the wisdom. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much. Please, like I said, humble beginnings. The support in the beginning is more valuable than the support later. So please spread the love, share, and let's create a movement on positivity. Thank you for watching the 8th episode, 88, keeping it real since 1988. Peace be upon you.
It was a good show.
Hey, shout out when you shake someone's hand, God, all the sins are falling.
Only mehrams.
Oh yes, we talk about gender interaction. But, hey, and also when you hug somebody, God forgives any animosity. So on Eid Day, you know how people do that triple hug? Yes, even meet your enemies, frenemies, relatives. Guys, do not break the ties of kinship and love one another. Peace be upon you and God's mercy and His blessings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.